Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about the good and the beautiful, these new awesome course books that they have come out with, and why we're starting with level K. So over the last year, I feel like we have not put the focus into language arts that he really needed last year. So we did work with a reading lessons book to try to help him understand a lot of the phonics concepts, but it never became something that he looked forward to. And I really would like him to love reading, so I feel like there must be some holes in there, something that we did not teach him that would help him to be successful enough to where it's enjoyable for him. So we're going to start with level K just to make sure he's got everything he needs to be successful in his reading and his literature understanding for future. So this book, there's a lot of review probably in the first half, and yet still some concepts that I feel like he doesn't understand, and definitely the second half there's stuff that just he hasn't actually even learned yet. So one of the things that I just really love about this new course that she's come up with, so here on lesson 21 you're learning the concept of S says Z sometimes in certain words, and in their booster cards you're also going to be learning the S says Z, and they give you a bunch of options here, examples of words where the S is making the sound of the Z. And then they say here on the next page, have the child read the reading booster A book, number 5, which is the Jet. So as you go through and you read this one, you get all of these words: has, loves, has, is, was, where you're hearing the S as a Z. So you get to read this and see how the thing that you just learned is actually utilized in real life in a story. And then they have these nature readers, which are really cute, by the way, that supplement it as well. So words where S says Z, and you can see they've actually tied in, this is book 5, just like the Jet is book 5. So they're teaching the same concept. And then here you go, right? A bug is on the log. Okay, that is bugs. Sorry, I skipped a few pages, but super cute. I just really love how they've tied this all together to make it so applicable for the kids. So far, my son has actually really been enjoying this book. We've gone through 6 lessons so far in here. And we also got this really fun handwriting book. So we skipped the kindergarten handwriting book just because we've done a lot of handwriting actually in the last couple years. So he is not lacking in his ability to write things. However, I did feel like he would benefit from more practice writing his letters the correct way. So as you can see in here, they have a lot of times, they have arrows all the way through the book. I mean, it goes to the very end where you have the arrows helping you to write the letters the correct way. So that's the main reason we chose to go with this particular handwriting curriculum. He also really enjoys that they do have these fun little things here, and every once in a while, rather than just writing your letters, they do something like this where you have this pattern, which is basically what the kindergarten one is, as far as I remember. I did flip through it and I decided he really didn't need that one. He just needed to move on to this one. So these are the ones that we are going to be doing. I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to really fill the need that we have right now for my son. And then we have all these other books. I did get, this is level 1. They're readers and the nature reader for level 1. I also got the booster cards for level 1, so that if we're still working through this book, but we're ready to move on with the other stuff, we can go ahead and move on with those. But my hope is that we get through level K and level 1 this year so that he's ready to start level 2 next year. And I'm not sure if you really are going to have time to catch up. I mean, maybe we'll just skip level 2 and go on to level 3, or maybe we'll just stay one one level back. That is why they call them level instead of grade, so that you don't have to be in the level that would coincide number-wise with the grade that you're in, because it is based on the need of your child and where they're at. And if he ends up just loving language arts and wants to go through multiple lessons at a time and ends up catching up to a higher level, then great. And if not, then that's okay. I'd much rather that he have that solid foundation so that he can be successful in all of the rest of his education as he grows up. So those are our thoughts on that. And I do recommend it already, and I've just barely started it, but I think it's going to be fantastic.